Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to do my first ever TV review of a TV show. This time I'm going to talk about People vs. OJ, an American crime story. It is the 10 episode short TV series, I guess you could call it, about the murder of that OJ supposedly did or did not commit. It's a very interesting show, I have to say. It's very, very well done. The acting in this movie is really what I want to talk about. Cuba Gooding Jr. plays O.J. Simpson. He does a phenomenal job with it. I love that in some episodes you're like, no, he did it. And then next episode you're like, I don't think he did it. I don't think he did it. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would do it. And it does a great job of going back and forth for that. Cuba does an amazing job with that. You know, 1 minute you'll see he's just hurt and angry, and the next you'll see he's just angry and mad, and he's scary, and I love that. John Travolta is amazing in this movie, and the first time you see him, I have to admit, it takes a little bit of time to get used to. He seems a little over the toppy and cartoony, but in the end, he's twisted, and I like it. I love John Travolta's character. He does a phenomenal job with it. David Schwimmer, he has a small part as Robert Kardashian. He doesn't do that much, but in real life, I guess he didn't do as much either. I really enjoyed his performance, even though he wasn't given that much to do. And then, I forget her name. She plays Marissa Clark. Sarah Paulson, that's what it is. Sarah Paulson, she does a phenomenal job. Like there's a particular episode that is pretty much just, it's focused on her character. And she does a great job of playing this, hurt woman, just dealing with press and media and stuff like that. And then we see the strong side of her too, and she does a great job. I really, really enjoyed her performance. Hers is definitely probably the standout of the show. I have to say, this show did a pretty good job of staying factual. I've looked up some things about it. The cast has actually said, there are certain things that were a little bit dumbed down, or were a little sped up for TV purposes, just because it is a TV show. We have to keep it dramatic. You have to keep it so it's not boring. So there are little things they change, but the big picture of everything is true, which is pretty awesome. I did learn some things. I believe the year he did this was 94. That's when I was born. So I obviously don't remember this at all. Essentially what I knew going in was a lot of people think he did it. That's pretty much what I knew. I did not realize a lot of things that happened in this show, and I didn't know about them, and I found it very interesting. I think they did a great job of not picking sides, and I said that a little bit with Cuba Gooding's performance, and they don't really pick sides. I think they kind of leave you with, do you think he did it? Do you think he didn't do it? They give you some facts, like this person definitely thought he did it, this person definitely didn't think they did it. And so I think it was pretty neutral in that sense. I really liked that. Like I said, it's pretty factual, which was pretty awesome. The courtroom scenes and stuff like that were all very interesting to watch. It was very, very interesting to watch. That's the best thing I can say. I wasn't bored by there's a lot of like movies and stuff that I've seen where they get into court and it's very boring and just ugh. They actually do a great job of keeping the tension going and keeping it going with this show so it's not boring. I had a few problems with this. The first, I would say, 2 or 3 episodes, there's quite a few scenes with the Kardashian kids, Robert Kardashian's kids, and again, this is something I kind of learned from the show. I kind of knew it, but it was something I really learned more about in the show, was the fact that basically OJ got Khloe and Kim and all those Kardashians. This is basically how they became famous, was that their dads was best friends with OJ Simpson. And they just kind of throw it in there. It's like, hey, the Kardashians, now on E! Or whatever the frickin' channel they are. I don't watch it because I think it's crap. But that's kind of thrown in here a few times, and it's extremely annoying. There are also a few slow episodes, I think, at times, that maybe they could have been a little bit shorter. I said, that most of the courtroom scenes were fantastic. There are some that were a little bit drawn out, I think. Maybe could have been done a little better. But in the end, this show is very good. It's on Netflix now. Check it out. It's only 10 episodes, so it's a 10-hour movie, essentially, what I really like about this is the fact that we could turn this into a movie, and there's been talks about turning it into a movie. But to put this kind of information in a 2 hour movie wouldn't work. It's better in a 10-part series, 10 hour movie essentially. And that's what I really like about this show in the end, is it does a great job showing all the facts, and it gets everything in there. It doesn't feel rushed, and that's what I really like. In the end, I think I'd give this TV show an 8 out of 10.